Get a will.
In that right there, yeah. Wow. What a show. Dr. John Deloney, James Childs, and Jenna on the phones. I'm Dave Ramsey, your host. We'll be back with you before you know it. In the meantime, remember, there's ultimately only one way to financial peace, and that's to walk daily with the Prince of Peace, Christ Jesus.
This is James Childs, producer of The Ramsey Show. You can listen to all our shows with the Ramsey Network app on your smartphone. Browse by topic or even send clips to your friends. Download the Ramsey Network app to your favorite app store today.
Ramsey Show over. After show beginning. And as usual, we'll just wait a couple minutes till we get started here. Type in a couple things in the chat, couple links. What was that? Oh, email. Email about anything. CoachSteveBunny@gmail.com right up there. And donations. PayPal.me/Coach Steve Money. And that didn't go to Twitch. I don't know why that happens sometimes. I'll type it in again and then we'll get going here. Alrighty. Test. Turn up the gain a little bit on the mic. Turned it down too much. Test, test, test. There we go. And that time it went to both YouTube and the Twitter. Alrighty, let's get started here. Episode 188 today. As usual, listen for the drum taps so you know when to come in. Like all plans, it starts with step one. $1,000 emergency fund. Step two, you pay off all your debt. Don't do that yet, mortgage. Every one of the charges, from smallest to largest. Baby step 3 is next. Expenses and stay gazelle intensive. His name is Dave Ramsey and this is his plan. And I hope to meet him, I admire the man. I've messed up in this song, but these steps have made it right. That's why I coach, that's why I coach, and why I host this YouTube show. If you don't like results you're getting now, you should do the baby steps. And if you want to have financial peace, then you should do Dave's baby steps. Step 4 is when you can take a breath. And go, let's gazelle and invest. Step 5 is to save for your kids. No student loans at all for college. 6 is to pay off your home. Step 7, build your wealth and don't keep it all yourself. And you've lived like nobody else. And now you get to live large, and now you get to give large. His name is Dave Ramsey, and this is his plan. What up, Bobs? To meet him, I admire the man. I messed up in my life, but these steps have made it right. That's why I coach, and why I host this after show. If you don't like results you're getting now, you should do the baby steps. And if you want to have financial peace, you should do Dave's baby steps. Live from Columbus, OH. It's the Ramsey Show Aftershow show brought to you by Tina Scher, the Queen of Sheba. Here we talk about the Ramsey Show YouTube chat and the people in it and all things financial and whatever else I want to talk about. I'm your host, Coach Steve Money, the Certified Ramsey Solutions Financial Coach, and you can schedule a free consultation assessment at Calendly.com, like calendar, but with L-Y on the end instead of A-R. Calendly.com/Coach Steve Money. The link is at the top of the chat and in the video description. You can email me about anything, yes, anything, CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com. You can also reach me on Instagram, Coach Steve Money, no spaces. Add me on the Grump. And if you'd like to donate to the channel so I can make it better, that's paypal.me/Coach Steve Money. I don't know if Minnie's ever been in. Minnie, I think we might have been in here once or twice, Casey. Thanks for the IO did you find that gold in Utah yet? Today's Ramsey Show hosts on an all-new show in the year of our Lord 2022 were Dave Ramsey, author of... Oh, I forgot to... Oh, goodness. Forgot to do this. He's the author of Total Money Makeover and a brand new book coming out January 11th. And you can pre-order that on the Ramsey Solutions website. And that is called Baby Steps Millionaires. And if you pre-order it, you get $100 worth of free stuff with it. Also... that comes out on January 11th. This is when that comes out. On January 13th, Mr. George Camel, who was not the host today, co-host today, he will be doing his debt-free scream, supposedly, on January 12th. A little birdie named George Camel said so. According to Tina Scher, I don't remember hearing that, but she apparently checked the thingy, and so there you go. Or she checked the replay of it on the YouTube, and he apparently did say it would be January 12th. So I asked him to confirm in the chat one time, but he didn't answer. He probably had to get back to being on the show. He was just in the chat for a second. And January 13th is the Ramsey Building Wealth in 2022 free live stream on the YouTube, and that will be hosted by Dave Ramsey, his daughter, Rachel Cruz, and George Camel. And that's at 7 p.m. Central Time, which that 8 p.m. Eastern Time is the real time that everybody should put on everything. But that's all right. They're in Central Time, so they think they gotta do that. Yeah, Obs, that's when the 12th. The live stream is the 13th. 11th book, 12th Camel Dead Free Scream, and 13th live stream at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Alrighty, let's see what we got here. Oh, Dave did have a co-host today, and that would be the author of Redefining Anxiety, the author of Questions for Humans, the host of the John Deloney Show, and he's cool enough to write a song about it. Ooh, we call him Dr. D, as you can see, but his parents named him John Deloney. Ooh, he's got 2 PhDs, 2 more than me, plus he's got some other certs. John Deloney, never gonna stop, gives advice, such a brilliant mind, he always sorts it out, has the thought of the healing kind. John, woo! John Deloney. Ooh, it takes a call and then he twirls his pen and he saves the day again. John Deloney, ooh, this dude has got some range. Season of change is what you're going through, says John Deloney. Never gonna stop, gives advice, such a brilliant mind, he always sorts it out, has the clout of the healing kind. John, woo! John Deloney. John Deloney. What up, Matt Daniels? Happy New Year to you too, sir. It's always worth getting copyright claimed for. Always worth it. Ooh, I said a brilliant mind. Anxiety redefined and put in a quick read by John Deloney. Wealth and happiness has to face. They didn't place, but they probably still had fun with John Deloney. Never gonna stop, gives advice, such a brilliant mind, he always sorts it out, has the clout of the healing kind. John, woo! John Deloney. John Deloney. John Deloney. John Deloney. John Deloney. Alrighty. John Deloney did not use a coaster today. People were very upset with him. No coaster today. Alrighty. Reminder, I uploaded the Curse of Oak Island Season 9. The Curse of Oak Island, I said that already. Season 9, Episode 9, The Unusual Suspects No Cap Recap in 7 minutes. Uploaded that this morning, so that's on there. Also, father-daughter video game, Steam Remote Play Together Fail. Everything worked except it was lagging on her end. Discord wasn't lagging. I saw her fine. Her voice sounded completely fine on the Discord. But the game stream through Steam on their remote play feature did not work at all. Very, 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 very laggy and pixelated. So we could not play. Righty. And I finished my playthrough of the Tomb Raider game. Reminder one more time. Store.epicgames.com. Today is the last full day that you can get for free the most recent Tomb Raider games, the trilogy. Tomb Raider, released in 2013. That's the Game of the Year edition. The 2015 Rise of the Tomb Raider 20-year celebration edition. And from 2018, the Shadow of the Tomb Raider Definitive Edition. I was trying to remember definitive last night. Could not. And you can get those until tomorrow, January 6th at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. At which time this game called Gods Will Fall will be free at starting at 11 a.m. tomorrow, January 6th. But get those games. Those games are great. And the first one especially does not take a lot of computer to play. Just 4 megabytes of RAM. Not that great of a video card. It'll still run on that. So I would highly recommend that. Always get games when they are cheaper or, in this case, free. Market report. And Dow, not happy today at all. The NASDAQ down negative 3.34%, which means that I know somebody that's not going to win fantasy mutual funds for today, and that would be this coach right here. So that NASDAQ down the worst. Russell Small Cap Index right behind that. S&P down almost 2%. And the Dow Jones down 1.07%. So not a good day at all. Let's see if they say why. Oh, the Fed minutes. That's right. Let's see if I can read this on here. I can. Approaching article limit, but I still can for right now. Okay. Federal Reserve released minutes of its December meeting that showed officials eyeing potentially faster and earlier rate hikes amid high inflation. The NASDAQ, let's see. They had already said that they were looking at three rate hikes during 2022, and that they were going to stop bond buying or chill out on it a lot. Shrinking the balance sheet, another form of, I mean, they pretty much said all this before. Is it just because they released the minutes? I mean, you would think the traders would know better. But, I mean, so it's down, so it's on sale. So likely it would go back up tomorrow, but we will see. Better than yesterday, kind of. A little bit better than yesterday. But even 0.000001 better is better. So let's go with that, Lucy. Lucy, you got some splendid photo. What else do we want to say about the back to the main page. Earnings calendar. Who we got coming up? We got Delta Airlines and banking institutions. Wells Fargo, JP Morgan Chase, Citigroup, and Charles Schwab. Again, I don't know what BlackRock does. Well, let's see. Let's see what they do. Let's see if it says what they do. BlackRock Inc. Oh, I guess BlackRock's a financial institution as well. All right, fair enough. And let's look at the most followed single stocks on the Google. The most down today, and normally going to be up or down big. Normally every day over 3% either way, and today it's down 5.35% for Tesla. Alphabet, which owns Google, is also down 4.59%. Microsoft 3.84%. The artist formerly known as Facebook, Meta Platforms, 3.67%. And the least down of these, Amazon, 1.89%. All right. Let's check out the rest of the planet, see how they're doing. Maybe they're doing better since they're not controlled by the Fed as much. Mostly up in Europe. mixed in Asia. And let's see how the dollar did. The euro over the dollar. The Japanese yen over the dollar. The British pound low above the dollar. But the US dollar over the Canadian dollar. Get some loonies. And the US dollar above the Australian dollar, mate. You cannot go wrong with the US dollar. And crypto down big. Than normal. And as we normally look at Bitcoin, you can see the last month, not so good. Not so good. 6 months still up over 6 months, but it keeps going down over the past month. So, and that's down 11.61. Oh no, that's the month. It's been down 11% over the month, up 27.7% for the 6 months. So for the year, it's it's not that bad. So again, they're pointing to the Fed minutes as being the problem, but they had already said what they're going to do. Lucy will take being just a little bit better. Phone store employee access customers explicit photos. Great. Charges say. All right. Yeah, we looked at that one already. This from TheVerge.com. Google is buying a company for $500 million to boost cloud security. The company acquired an Israel-based security startup called Simplify. Don't know. Siempre in Spanish means always. Siempre. And simplify, of course, just to make it easier. But I don't know how, maybe that's how they got the name of it. Let's see. Simplify is supposed to help the company bolster its own cloud security initiative, Chronicle, according to a report from Reuters. In a blog post announcing the deal, Google describes Simplify as a security orchestration, automation, and response. SOAR, that's fun. You always got to have a nice little anagram for it. Organization and plans to integrate its capabilities into Chronicle. All right. What up, Sid? Sid, I don't know if you saw, but friend of the after show, Dr. John Deloney, did not use a coaster today. Everybody was shocked. This from Market Watch, who I can read approaching article limit, so this might be the last one I can read from them. Maybe they will let me have one more, but hopefully it's a good one. Let's see, 20 cheap value stocks that Wall Street expects to rise up to 58%. All right, and they are going to be, some of the usual suspects. Looks like we're looking at the value ETFs. No, the Russell 2000 is the small cap index. We got a bunch of, who have we heard of? Victoria's Secret, obviously. Secret and Company. Herbalife. Ally, of course. Equitable Holdings. Assurant, NCR. NCR, I think, makes like point of sale systems, I believe. Like, cash registers and stuff like that. East West Bancorp. Oh, is that it? Okay. That was the whole list. So, nothing crazy, I don't think. Alrighty. So I guess when they reference these here, the S&P 500 index, Apple, Microsoft, that's just for comparison, is what they're talking about. It is for. This from I'll just X out of that. Dailymail.co.uk. This from England, love. Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App will now have to report transactions totaling, right? From England, they definitely don't say the T over there. Totaling more than $600 to the IRS's buy-in plans to ramp up financial enforcement. Gotta leave out the T there too, right? You gotta be consistent. Sorry. The new reporting requirement will ensure that small businesses that receive payments through those apps are paying their fair share of taxes on them. Beginning January 1st, 2022, third-party payment processors were required to report such transactions. The changes will be included during the 2022 tax season. The payment apps were previously on payment apps. They were required to send users 1099-K forms if their gross income exceeded $20,000 or had more than 200 transactions per year. But now we want every single one of those transaction, is what the IRS says. Cracking down. Busting heads. Cracking skulls. The new tax law was part of the March 2021 American Rescue Plan, which passed with no Republican votes. If you don't like it, you could remember that. Or not. Let's see. Anything else for the new rule is only for goods and services transactions, not personal, such as paying a roommate for rent or reimbursing a friend. How do they know what it's for? It also excludes anyone selling a personal item at a loss, such as a couch bought for $700 and sold for $650. How will they know? The cash apps will now be required to send the 1099-K form to businesses with electronic transactions greater than $600. The new change will apply for 2022 tax season. New tax rule is separate from a proposed IRS reporting requirement that originally would have handed over transaction data on accounts with more than 600 aggregate inflow and outflow. That proposal, originally part of President Biden's Build Back Better plan, was raised to a $10,000 threshold after much pushback and has not been acted on by Congress. That's right, Build Back Better. Supposedly, dead in Congress there, because there's at least one Democrat, and I think maybe two of them that will not vote for that in the Senate, and so can't happen. Republicans have said that the proposal amounts to the Biden administration peering into Americans' everyday purchases. All right, let's see. We got any female today? I don't know what that means. Is that all about? No, I saw something about Kevin Costner. There we go. See, that's not female. I don't know. Let's see. Kate Gosselin, Kim Kardashian clone, another more Kardashian, Bertinelli, Van Halen. Said I love you to Valerie Bertinelli. Oh, that's fun. Kevin Costner series Yellowstone. People love the Yellowstone. 11 million tune in to watch the season 4 finale, making it the watch show on TV since 2017. I wonder what that would be. Would that be Breaking Bad finale, maybe? I don't know. All right, more Kardashians. The Brits still love the Kardashians. You don't hear quite as much about them here in the States anymore, over on this side of the pond. Alrighty, and guess what? From HawaiiNewsNow.com, here's where the first 4 Chick-fil-A restaurants will open in Hawaii. So I guess I can go there now since they'll have a Chick-fil-A. That's a big building too, dog. I wonder if they're imagining having that. Oh, that's a rendering of it. But I wonder if they imagine like being that busy where they gotta have that many seats and stuff. Building like that. That's pretty cool. But anyway, so they're open for mid 2022 on 100 Hukele Street in Kahului. I do not know how to pronounce any of this stuff. Ala Moana Center in late 22. Makiki, got that one. And Kapolei. All right, Chick-fil-A already had a groundbreaking for its Maui location back in July. All righty. And we got the Building Wealth in 2021. Slow news day, other than the market being way down. And you know what that means? That means it's on sale, yes. So, anybody with the buy day of tomorrow, buy day today, anybody that bought today gets that price. And so, probably pretty good. Probably a good idea to do some buying. Also, don't forget, one more time, get the Tomb Raider trilogy free from store.epicgames.com or epicgames.com/store. Either way will get you there, and you can get all 3 games for free. You don't have to install them all now. You just have to claim them, and they'll sit in your library until you decide to install them. Oh, let's see. What else did we have? What time is it? 1:33. Well, why don't we do some Ramsey Coach then? Since we have extra time today. Reddit.com. Reddit.com/r/Dave Ramsey. We'd like to do a sort by new. By default, it sorts by hot. This from PF Capital 4 hours ago. Trying to decide to pay of student loans or not. Well, if your college didn't teach you the difference between of and off, probably didn't get your money's worth. Not a good ROR on that, ROI on that, return of investment. Again, I guess I can't say anything since I made a mistake too, so. Alrighty. My wife and I have 0 debt besides $40K in student loans. We currently have $90K in cash in the savings account. And I'm trying to decide if paying the loans off in a lump sum would be worth losing about $40K in cash in the savings account. This would still leave us with 2+ years of emergency funds. Sit. Help me with it. Goodness gracious. Good thing Kelly's not in here. She would commit suicide. Just a joke. She was joking about it earlier. This would still leave us with 2+ years of emergency funds. I'm assuming I will need a newer car within the next 12 months. So I'm factoring this in my decision as well. So, all right, we'll pretend. I mean, this could easily be trolling. But a lot of people do this as well. They, you save up all that money, which is great. You don't like to give it up. But you owe that money. So you got to pay that. If you die, that's coming out. Let's see. So, yeah, currently 90K in cash. Yeah, so you pay, Dave would just say pay it off today. The bank's probably closed, depending on where he is. I don't know. You don't have to be in the United States on this. So it could be anywhere. But, yeah, by tomorrow at least, have that paid off. That still leaves you with $50K in the savings account, and that's enough to buy your car. And because you also have 2+ years of emergency funds, which is too much. That's an emergency fund for your emergency fund for your emergency fund. That's triple there. But Sharon Ramsey only likes one emergency fund for the emergency fund, not one for the fund with the fund. Not out, x3, exponential of 3 there. But yeah. So yeah, people just don't. They just don't think Ramsey about it. That's why that's so weird. Because people think, oh well, in case something happens, but you have 2.5 years of emergency funds. But anyway, so that's the advice on that, is to pay it off. And take the 2.5 years of emergency funds down to 1 year. Maybe you'll be able to sleep at night if you have 1 year of emergency funds. Maybe you'll be able to sleep at night, and so you could invest the other year plus of emergency funds. So there you go. All right, Sid did not come in with anything on that. Let's see. Talking finances at work and offending a coworker. Oh no. Creative _way_3279. Also 4 hours ago. I was talking with a coworker recently about how people are investing in meme stocks and how crazy it is. And my coworker started asking me about investing and the difference between a RRSP and a TFSA. I was explaining the differences to her and showing her the bennies of compound interest through even investing $100 of every check, of every check, probably out of every check, and how quickly it can add up. Love taking about personal finance. Another college graduate here. I love talking about personal finance, probably, but usually avoid the topic at work because it can be sensitive. This person earns more money than me, but recently had a baby and went through a separation in the last 2 years. I started talking about how I learned a lot about budgeting in the last couple of years and was telling her about how much I was overspending before, but now I put money into sinking funds. She responded with, "Good for you. I can't do that right now with only one income." I'm assuming it's only one income. I feel bad that I might have offended her or come off like I was bragging, but she was showing so much interest in the investment stuff and blah, 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 blah. People can get offended by anything. You didn't tell her she had to do it. You were just saying what you had to do. And, you're allowed to talk about that at work. If she don't want to talk to you anymore, she doesn't have to. Alrighty. This is from Anna. The 1975, pretty good group. What up, Spring? 22 and not dependent on my parent anymore. I already have a good bit of savings and recently bought a car. Is putting $100 towards savings too much, or should I start lower? I received $300 from my job as a thank you gift for the holidays and have $208 left. I was thinking of starting an emergency fund and putting the entire $208 in that. Yes. I'm getting a second job serving, so I'll have to see my income when that gets going. My major bills are rent and car payment. Other than that, I'm not too concerned with everything else. After I get my emergency fund going, how much of a percentage should I regularly put in it? Doesn't work like that. You put, until you have $1,000 starter emergency fund, you put everything in it. It's cold in your house. Yeah, I just had to turn on my ceramic heater that's by my feet here. Spring, so I'm feeling you. I'm sure it's colder there probably than it is here. My problem is I'm like that far from the, as far as I can stretch from the front door, and it's all glass and window up there too. Oh, let's see. And it has a mail slot. Where are we at? After I get my emergency, how much of percentage should I regularly put in? Yeah, so for start emergency fund, $1,000, and you put every cent extra in that until it gets to $1,000. And then you continue along the baby steps. If you don't have any debt, you can skip debt step 2, and that's the best step to skip, in my personal opinion. Can't run space heater due to electrical issues, right? You have any electrical issues? So bundle up as best you can, dog. Bundle it up. If you don't have any debt, then you go on to baby step 3, which is save an emergency fund of 3 to 6 months of expenses. And that is not a certain percent either that I can tell you. That is a certain percent of you, but you have to decide how much it is because it's 3 to 6 months of your personal expenses. A lot of people always ask for a number. How much should I be doing this? How much, should I be doing this? A lot of people ask that. If I have this much in savings, is that good? It depends on you. It doesn't, don't compare you. I was telling somebody in the Ramsey chat today, don't compare yourself to anybody else. You need to do you and do what you need to do. And the station gold with the baby step 4 to 6 flare right here says you should first establish a 3 to 6 month emergency fund. Again, that's true if there's no debt. So I don't think this person said debt free. No. Oh, car payment. So yes, car payment. So yeah, you don't do so wrong. Baby step 4 to 6. You should know better. You should know better. Should I be snarky and say, No, I won't do that. I have enough enemies. I don't need any enemies on the Reddit. So, I won't be snarky and say, wrong. Baby step 2 comes first. Hey, look, there's the baby steps right there. Look at that. Look at that. Right there. In order, too, for your convenience. Of course, baby step 0, 4 walls, housing, transportation, food. I always forget one of them. Utilities. And baby step 3B is save for a down payment. So you do not save it for a down payment until you have the full emergency fund. So that comes between 3 and 4, and you can also pause for up to 3 years if you want to save an even bigger down payment. But Dave does not want you out of retirement saving for more than 3 years. So that's 3 years max. And a lot of people ask about baby step 5, save for kids' college. If you don't have any kids, you don't need to do that yet. There's no need to do that at all. If you get pregnant, then you can start saving for it. And then you'll have plenty of time. 18 years is plenty of time to save for that. Let's see. Cashing out non-retirement mutual funds to pay cash for a new house. All right. Invest 15%. Bit over $100K worth of non-retirement mutual funds. We no longer contribute to them. Yeah, that's fine. That is fine. Gonna have to pay taxes on that though. This from Average Joe 1229 requesting advice on 3B. Here we go. 36 and married, currently bringing home $112,000 after tax. I'm looking to retire from the military in about 4 years. We have completed baby step 3 and wondering which route to go afterwards. Should I do 3B or 3B, 4 and 5? And where should the 3B be kept? I do not plan on buying a house for at least 4 years. 4 years, not enough time to invest in the market. Dave recommends you got to have 5 years because in every 5-year period, the market has been at least even, if not up. So you got to have at least 5 years when using the market for saving for a purchase. Would be a good idea to save that down payment, low turnover mutual. Yeah, high yield savings. So it would be high yield savings account, which is not going to be much, 0.5% maybe, something like that. So yeah, if you're going to buy it, if you can like change your plan to not need it for 5 years, you can throw that in a S&P 500 index fund. According to Dave Ramsey, and I agree with him, so he's lucky on that. Let's see. But as far as just in general, like as I was saying, You can do 3B by itself, or 3B and then 4 and 5 all at the same time. Again, a 5 would depend on how old your child was, when you had to start saving for that. But you can just do a little bit of that at a time, or you can wait until you get your full down payment. So there we go. What time is it? Oh, getting a fire going in the fireplace insert. Awesome. Although, yeah, it does take a while for the heat to build up. A fireplace, yeah, good. What to do with side business nest egg? Okay, in general, when you ask what to do with this money, you apply it to whatever baby step you're on. But let's see. Start a small side gig business with a partner a few years ago. We've grown very conservatively over the years and successfully. We have about $5,000 monthly recurring revenue and about $1,500 in monthly expenses. We have approximately $100,000 profits sitting in our business checking that we've accumulated since starting. We figure that to expand, we'll need to budget around $20,000 this year in marketing and travel expenses. Should we be investing a good portion of our profits somewhere so it's not, let me make it easier for you to read, so it's not sitting there doing nothing? If so, what type of investments would be smart? I think we would need something somewhat liquid so we could access the funds in an emergency if we needed without substantial penalty. We are a 2-person LLC. Well, if you have to be able to access it, you're limited to a money market fund, high yield savings. So, and I will be making 0.5% again. And so that's the least you can do on that. But you do have to keep some retained earnings, which is a business emergency fund. You do have to keep those in there. So yeah, so if you think you only need 20,000, you keep that in there, and then plus however much you think you want to do for retained earnings / business emergency fund. So maybe like another 30. It just depends on how. Let's see, 5,000 monthly recurring revenue and about 1,500 in monthly expenses. Oh, okay. So if you did even a 6 months of monthly expenses, that would be what, 6,000 and 500 times 6 is 3, so that is $9,000. Phew, sorry. Did the math in my head. Sorry. Did you see some steam happening there? So that again would be 20, and then what did I say? $9,000, so $29,000 rounded up. That'd be $10,000, so 20 for the marketing, and then 10,000 for retained earnings. So because it doesn't sound like you have much in expenses at all, and so that's a decent monthly recurring revenue on that. Yeah, and so 20,000 in marketing, hopefully and travel expenses. Where are you going? Where are you going on business? That's what I would want to know. Where are you going on business? Didn't say what it was, so I don't know that you need to be traveling expenses, but maybe they're like, it's for like trade show or something like that. Maybe she's going to Business Boutique. Gonna visit Christy in the Franklin, Tennessee area there. Could be. Yeah, so but the rest of that, so what did we say? 10,000, so that's 30,000. That leaves 70,000 you could put in a money market or high yield savings account, and then it's there if you do need it. Yeah. Alrighty, what time? Alright, we'll do one more. Yeah, this is kind of fun. This is like getting calls, except, they're not actually calls. The baby step 1 flare there. Getting rid of car payment. Let's see. Sometimes it's easy to tell. Hi, 32 male. I make around $32,000 a year with about $4,000 in credit card debt and a car loan, which I owe over $10,000 on. Normal, very normal. I just moved into my girlfriend's place from my parents, so my portion of the rent shot up from $500 to $1,200, and now I barely have enough money. My question is, should I get rid of my new car, which is about $380 a month? Which that's not, that's not a $500 a month car payment, but and get a junk car or keep it. Car's worth, according to Kelly Blue Book, $22,000. If you can get debt free immediately. If you sell it, and then you'll have $12,000, and you pay off the $4,000 in credit card debt. And okay, gotta do math again. Gosh, I need a engineer here to do math for me too. Okay, so $12,000 left over after you sell it. If you can sell it for $22,000 minus the $10,000 is $12,000. And so minus the 4 is $8,000. So you have $8,000 if you can get a $5,000 car. So, but here's what you gotta think. If you it depends on how much you like having that car, and is it like brand new or something? It does seem like it is worth twice as much as you owe on it. So that's a good question. You could write it out and pay it off. You'd have to, at that point we would advise, rice and beans and working extra, et cetera, and doing whatever you could to pay that car payment off. But then you get to keep it. So that's a personal decision. And, at that level, that would be up to you. It is getting up there to like $400, $500 a month, which does cut into your, budget. Does cut into your income quite a bit, especially on $32,000 a year. So, yeah, I would have to say if you're willing to put your nose to the grindstone and work extra, et cetera, and you like the car enough, keep it. Otherwise, sell it and be debt free immediately. The other thing that Dave Ramsey would recommend is to get married and do not play house. And definitely do not combine finances. Do not pay off any of her bills, et cetera, because you are not married. Alrighty, fun times. Okay, let's see. What do we have for upcoming streams? Well, for previous streams, as I said, I did just upload today the Curse of Oak Island, Season 9, Episode 9, The Unusual Suspects No Cap Recap in 7 minutes. That way you don't have to watch the whole hour show and go through the commercials and such. And, the kids today don't have time to do that. And as you can see, uploaded 10 hours ago, that's 215 views back. 215 views back. And so, not only because I love that kind of stuff, I love history kind of stuff, which is why I did it to begin with. Had no idea it would get this many views. I think the biggest one is this one, has 7,500 views now. And that's awesome, and that will make it so much easier. I will hit 4,000 hours watched very, very quickly, and probably in the next month or two, maybe. And so ahead of the within a year, you have to have that that amount of hours watched within a 1 year period, and so. I think I'll be all good to go with that. But then I got to get the 1,000 subscribers, and that's the problem. Not getting the all the subscribers from all the people that are watching that, all the views that are watching it. got to do better with getting people to subscribe. Let's see. So what is tonight? Tonight is Wednesday. So in about an hour, I will be playing. Probably I'll start Rise of the Tomb Raider. I just finished Tomb Raider. Did the finale last night of that, the end game, as it were, of Tomb Raider. And so I'll probably be playing Rise of the Tomb Raider tonight. Monday through Friday, of course. Ramsey Show Aftershow 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Wednesdays and Saturdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, Old Man Video Gaming, and that's tonight. Like I said, in about an hour. Probably be starting Rise of the Tomb Raider. And Wednesdays, no set time, but it's whenever I can get that bad boy recorded. That's not a live stream, although I think I might do a live stream for the 10th episode of it, which is next week. So I might try to do a live one for that. And did I get everything? Mondays, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, alternating tech support and Ramsey coach support. I did tech support this past Monday, so next Monday will be Ramsey coach support, and that will look just like I was doing on Reddit just a few minutes ago. Alrighty, and to give my plugs again, that's not what I wanted to do there. I wanted to go like this and hit home. Oh, and if I reload, yeah, okay. All right, sometimes we get like an extra one during the after show, and that's fun. Most probably they're from the Oak Island thing, but I don't care where they're from. It's all good. It's all good, y'all. Schedule free financial coaching consultation with me, Coach Steve Money, certified Ramsey Solutions financial coach. You can do that at calendly.com. You can use the link in the chat, in the video description, or this link right here on my YouTube banner, and that will take you to calendly.com, calendly.com/Coach Steve Money, and then you just click on the financial coaching, and you just click on whatever day you want. Then you click on the time you want, and it will ask for your information, and it will let me know that that's what you would like to do, and we will make that happen. The P is the PayPal logo there, and that will take you to the donation link, which is paypal.me/Coach Steve Money, also in the top of the chat and in the video description. Instagram is Coach Steve Money, no spaces in that bad boy. And is that it? Instagram. Oh, email. If you can email me about anything you want, anything that's on my channel, about Ramsey stuff, about Oak Island stuff, about video gaming, about computer stuff, about the songs that I've written. Anything you want to talk about, I got a couple minutes. I can talk to you about whatever's on your mind. And I guess that'll do it. See you later there, Spring. Stay warm. Stay warm, dog. Gotta stay warm. It is, 34 degrees here. So it's warmed up a little bit from the past 2 days here in the OH. And everybody, we ended by saying make smart financial decisions every day.